Well, you may not know this if you don't live in one of several Chicago suburbs that's holding them, but it is primary election day. Voters will be casting their ballots in municipal elections, and there are some notable ones. Most notably, we'd say, is the mayor's race in Aurora. Incumbent Mayor Richard Irvin is facing 4 primary challengers. There's also a mayoral primary in Calumet City. Other primaries are being held in Cicero, Linwood, Riverdale, Waukegan, and Dolton. And that race in Dolton is a contentious one, and we've been following Dolton for months now.
Yeah, Mayor Tiffany Henyard is seeking re-election as she remains under federal investigation. Our Sandra Torres is live in Dolton with that part of the story. And Sandra, you've seen some voters come out already this morning?
We have, but it has been a slow turnout so far this morning, at least what we could tell from this location and a few other locations that we stopped by. But this is Lincoln Elementary School in Dolton. Now, early voting has been going on since February 10th, and we know that so far during that time period, about 1,400 votes were cast. There's a lot at stake here, however, with the village's finances under a microscope. A lot of residents say that things are a mess, and so we talked to one Dolton resident. Here's what they said about voting on this primary election day.
It affected me a lot, you know, dealing with what's been going back and forth with the mayor, the police department, and everything. It just seemed like now we don't even have a police department out here anymore.
Now, here at Lincoln Elementary School is where Jason House cast his vote around 8:30 this morning, talking to voters as well outside of the school. He's been a Dolton trustee since 2017. He's a former ally to Tiffany Henyard, and he's hoping to now unseat her. House has been campaigning on transparency, stopping wasteful spending, and ending negative national attention for the village. He is confident there's going to be a good turnout today.
It's been 4 years of frustration, and not just for myself, most importantly it's for the residents, and they've been feeling all of the frustration and disappointment. So the board, we signed up and we took an oath to uphold and make sure that for transparency, we're glad this day is coming, so that way we can move the village forward in the right way.
Now, Tiffany Henyard is also feeling confident this morning. She insists that she knows she'll win a second term. She is under federal investigation tied to claims of excessive spending, but Henyard has continued to deny those accusations, saying she wants to continue to work for the people of Dolton. Here's what she said this morning.
I'm excited. I can't wait till the results come in this evening. I'm going to come in by a landslide, and when I do, the people will speak.
And we do know Henyard already cast her vote this morning as well. Whoever wins this primary election will have to face independent candidate Cassandra Hobson in the April election. Reporting live in Dolton, Sandra Torres, NBC5 News.
Of course, we're going to be following this all throughout the day, especially down there in Dolton. And people can keep track, of course, on NBCChicago.com as those results come in.
Decision 2025. Right now, voters are going to the polls in several suburbs today, including South Suburban Dolton. That's where a series of political scandals have rocked that community and are now at the forefront of this election. NBC5's V Win joining us live in Dolton tonight, talking to voters and asking them what's important to them going into this race. V?
Stefan, we've been talking to voters at 4 different polling locations, including here at Diekman Elementary School. Some of them were very comfortable talking about their candidate and showing their support. Others not so much and did not want to talk about their candidate. But in the end, telling us that all that matters is that they did their civic duty. Some residents in the village of Dolton headed to the polls this afternoon, casting their ballots in what they're calling a crucial election.
Everybody is ready for change, you know, ready for change. It's too much going on.
Any other time I would have passed it up, but I had to come out for this one.
Incumbent Mayor Tiffany Henyard is running against Dolton trustee Jason House. The two ran on the same ticket in the last general election. Henyard, who calls herself super mayor, has been under investigation, facing allegations of misusing taxpayer funds. She lost her bid for Thornton Township supervisor in December. Then in January, a fight broke out at a township meeting involving Henyard, her allies, and critics.
The antics on the township, that fight that broke out, was unacceptable to the residents.
A little bit embarrassing. I can say that.
Both candidates were out and about this morning trying to drum up last-minute support. Henyard says she is confident she will keep her seat.
I think people should do their research before they judge. I've always given back to my community. I always done what's right for my community. And I think today the people will stand with their mayor.
Henyard says she is running for re-election to continue working for the people of Dolton. Her challenger is calling for more accountability and transparency.
We're going to bring what we call changing the narrative of Dolton. We're going to bring community. We're going to work with one another. We're going to stop insulting people and really do things responsibly.
Residents here say they want unity for their community. All they can do now is wait for the results.
We need more unity for parties to work together for one goal.
You got your voice. You can't talk about people who don't vote and they complain. But if you vote, you have a voice.
Now, Cook County Clerk Monica Gordon telling us they're seeing a higher voter turnout this election compared to what it was 4 years ago. Polls will close tonight at 7. The winner of this race will face off with independent Cassandra Hobson. And that is the very latest in Dolton. I'll send it back to you.
Thank you so much, Vi. We'll wait for those results to come in. Several municipalities were holding primary elections today.
One race where there could be a political shakeup is the village of Dolton. NBC5's Regina Waldroup live from one of the polling places to give us an update. Regina.
Stefan, the polling place here, of course, and throughout Dolton, they close at 7. And what we're seeing here, a lot of people still showing up to vote this evening. Now, earlier today, I talked to a Cook County election judge, and he says so far things were going very smooth on this day. And I also talked to the Cook County clerk, and she says that, nothing was happening here, but there is a slight uptick in the number of people who are voting. It's election day in the village of Dolton, and it could be a pivotal primary for this suburb.
Any other time I would have passed it up, but I had to come out for this one.
Election officials say so far, voter turnout higher than it was 4 years ago.
Early voting, they saw higher numbers. So the goal is to keep that consistency and really make sure that all of suburban Cook County has a higher turnout.
Voters here are deciding whether to stick with the incumbent, Tiffany Henyard, who's under federal investigation, accused of questionable spending and retaliation, or look to someone else to lead this village. Henyard said this morning she will be victorious. Henyard's former ally, Jason House, is hoping to unseat her. A trustee since 2017, he's campaigned on transparency and putting an end to wasteful spending.
We look forward to the results and let the people's voice be heard.
While off-year elections usually don't bring big voter turnouts, election officials hoping this primary could be different for Dolton and other communities.
And local elections are what count for your daily life, your quality of life. So we need people to get more involved in this election and those local elections.
Back out here live, we have seen several Cook County Sheriff's officers at this polling location, as well as others that we went to, several of them today. Of course, we're going to have a recap of what happened here on this primary day in Dolton coming up on the news at 10. Back to you.
All right, Regina Waldroup reporting for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you much.